Hey there, in this tutorial I'll be showing you how to remix any song into any genre in FL Studio. I'll be showing you the step-by-step process that you need to know to achieve a really good result when trying to do remixes. Now, it's important that you have some background information on how to make beats because you need that information to successfully complete any remix, okay? So the first thing we need to do is get the tempo of the song we're trying to remix. So just simply double click, then come right here, right click this waveform, then come to detect tempo. And I'm going to use, for this song, let me use 100 to 200, $1 Million Baby. And then play to hear if it's on beats, turn on the metronome. Okay, that sounds good. Then I'm going to come right here and listen. Reduce the volume. Sounds great. But now almost every audio form that will be exported or that you get as a song to remix will have a silence at the beginning. But before you take it out, try to listen to the entire song to make sure that it sits properly. But this song it sounds like it's a little bit off from the tempo. So I'm going to come right here and just take away the silence, then trim it out. Then just to trim it out is very easy. Just change your quantize to none, and then you can have more flexibility to move it out. Okay, then let's listen to it now. It should be, you can see it's going to line up perfectly now. You hear that sounding perfect? Come somewhere, just a random place. Come here again. Perfect. Because one of the most important things that you need to make sure is correct is your tempo. Okay, if you don't get your tempo right, it's going to be very difficult for you to make a good remix. Okay, it's going to keep sounding like it's off beats and losing rhythm. Okay, so now we set our tempo. Now the next thing we need to do is split this up into stems so that we can have control, because I may need to sample maybe the vocals and even some of the melodies to make my remix. Okay, and remix, it's a creative process. The part you want to sample is entirely up to you. Okay, so I'm going to come right here. That's if you're using, from FL21 and above. I'm going to come right here. I'm going to come to extract stems from sample. Then I'm going to just click extract. So this may take a while depending on your CPU. Just be patient for it to extract. Right, so now we have the files all extracted and it's all trimmed as well from the beginning, so you can see it's all looking good. All right, so after having the stems extracted, we can take away the main song. We can just delete that track. So now we're going to have to stretch it to the desired tempo because we may not work on the song on the exact same tempo as the original song. So after this, just click this, change it to stretch mode, so whatever tempo we take it to, it stays locked in. Stretch, stretch, stretch. Perfect. All right, so now let's take it to the tempo. Now I'm going to be remixing this into an Amapiano song. Like I said, it doesn't matter the genre you remix this into, they still follow the same process. So I'm going to just right click the tempo, then type in value. So you could type in the value of the tempo you want to go to now. For example, Amapiano songs are typically between around 108 to like 115, right? So I'm just have mine at maybe 115. I may change my mind, but it's at 115. Then let me hear how it sounds to make sure that it still stays locked in. So you can hear that. Now, because it's a remix, do not expect it to sound exactly like the original because it may sound slower or faster depending on the tempo you're going to. Okay, just since I'm going to a slower tempo, it's going to sound a bit slowed down, but that's not a problem. What matters is that it retains the pitch that is the key of the song, which we can also change as we do the remix. So make sure that the tempo is correct. Click any random place again. Tempo, 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 very important. So it's still correct. Okay, so now next I'm going to do, which is the next most important part after making sure that the tempo is correct, is getting the chord progression, because the chord progression is what you use to make every other melody for the song. So there are many ways you can get the chord progression of a song. So I'm just going to come right here first, empty. Now let's find the key of the song. We can use a website called Codify to find the chord progression and the key of the song. I'll have to just upload the song right here. It's going to scan and it's going to tell you the key. So you can see the key F sharp minor, and it's going to tell you the chord progression at the bottom. Okay, so after you just click download MIDI file, time aligned. I'm going to be using the REMIX Amapiano resource pack. Again, if you are not focused on Amapiano, you don't need to get this, but if you're focused on Amapiano, I recommend you get this Amapiano resource pack, because it has all the stock plugins already organized for the sounds you need to make great Amapiano melodies, and also sounds you need to make great Amapiano drums. Okay, all organized. So I'm going to come right here to packs, open the Amapiano resource pack. Then I'm going to come right here. So I'm just going to come to chord. Let me pick a sound for my chord. Yeah, so let me try this. I may change my mind, but let me try this. Then find an empty pattern and just paste it here. And I want it to be soloed with 0.5. Turn off the bass. 0.5. Then bring in, open the piano roll. Then open your downloads for where you have the downloaded chord. Then just drag and drop here. Make sure you turn off import time signature and click realign event so it starts from the beginning. Then click accept. So this is the progression. Press, make sure you're in quarter beat. Then press Ctrl Q or Command Q to align it. 0.5 to what I should like. 0.5 to what I could. So now you need to find the place that sounds, like it's following your vocals or your melodies properly. So it may not always be the beginning, so you need to spend some time to just, browse through this, but it doesn't take, a lot of time, maybe a minute or less. 0.5 to what I should like. 0.5 to what I could like. 0.5. So 0.5 to what I should like. 0.5 to what I could like. Then we need to split this up here. Split this up here as well. So then I'm going to take this forward, stretch this out. So this is the progression. So this is the progression. So I'm going to just copy this, delete everything else, then paste it in the beginning. All right, so now if maybe your sound can't go that long, I recommend you split this chord, because this chord is a 4-bar chord, which I think is too long. So we can just break it up here. 0.5 to what I should like. 0.5 to what I could like. 0.5 to what I should like. 0.5 to what I could like. Right, so remember the key of this song was F sharp minor. So we're going to come to this key right here, right click this minor natural, you right click minor natural, then you right click F sharp. So you can see the light gray lines are going to be aligned with the notes that make up the chord. Okay, so there's these light gray lines in here. These are the notes relevant to the scale. So now we're going to be locked in scale. So, wherever we move or wherever we play is going to be locked in the scale. Okay. And I'll be using my mouse, so that it's easy for everyone to understand. And one thing I like about using Codify is that it lets you know what the number one of the chord is, because it's important if you're trying to play bass or some kind of melodies where it's important you know what the number one of each chord is. So this, if you look at these chords, there are some notes that looks, a bit faded out, a bit pale. That is the number one of each chord. Okay, that is the root note of each chord. Okay, so it's important to remember this as we progress. All right, so now let's make a drum pattern. So to create a drum pattern is really simple. Just the way you normally create your drum patterns in any song, just find an empty pattern, okay, and then paste it in here. And then again, I'm coming back to the resource pack. We have some drum patterns in here, so I'm going to come right here. I'm going to start with using some rims. Then have another rim. Again, make sure it's tuned to C5. Then we have our kick. Just typical 4 steps. So the essence of your drums is that try to keep it as simple as possible, so you don't you don't commit so much to a groove and it doesn't match the vocals, okay? Because if you're trying to do a remix that has the vocals of the original song, you want to make sure that your basic drum pattern matches with the vocals, okay? So that's why I have to keep my drums really simple and basic. So after the basic drum pattern matches the vocals, then I can start, making the drums, even more advanced. So now I can start adding some percussions, So I can turn up the vocals for now. Then have this. Then let me layer my rim with something interesting, and layer this that's tracing it down. Then I'm going to add, a shaker loop. Then reduce the volume a little. I don't like my shaker loop going over 4 bars, so I'm just going to break this up so that it's easy for me to manipulate. I like the hats coming in here. You can make your hats come in all the way, or you may never need to add the hats at all, but this is just a creative thing. So I want to also chop the hats up a little bit. Yeah, like that. I want to go all the way. It's going to sound cliche. So something like this will make it sound more interesting. So if I turn on the vocals now. So after we are done doing this, now we can mark out the parts of the song, okay? And say there's at the beginning right here, just write and click Option T, or alternate T if you're using Windows. Then just write intro. Then this intro is just basically how long the intro lasts. So I think this is the pre-hook. No, it's the hook actually. I'm going to rename this. It's actually the hook. Yeah. So let me just hook 1 so that it's easy for you to remember or easy for you to communicate. So this is the verse. I assume that is verse 1. So 2. So then Option T, this is the outro because it's just basically ending from here. So you can see now we have it, segmented, so we know, where is where. So, and this is basically where the song ends. Option T, end. Okay, so it's easy for you to dissect, the song and understand the song now, okay? You could keep it as simple as possible. You can just layer it with the original song. Some people just only change the tempo and add drums to it and call it a day for the remix, while some people, try to make it sound like an original production and, and make it even more unique, okay? So anyhow you want to work on your remix is up to you. So let's come back here and try to add some more melodies, just to make it more interesting. So I'm going to come here. Let's come to the longer hook. I'm going to go back to my melody section, close my drums for now. And I'm going to come to counter melody. I want to make counter melodies. Not bad, but let me try a different sound. Yeah. So I like this sound. For my counter melody on my piano, I'm going to stick to the root key. Reduce the length. So let's turn up the vocals for now and then build on it. Let's try a different sound. Let's move this forward a bit. Yeah. Nice, I like that. So bring in a new sound. Then we're going to copy the chord, then paste. Then we're going to adjust the length of the chord, just give it a little bit of jump. So let's hear it with the vocals now. Nice. Okay, so I like the way it's going. Now let's try to keep this as simple as possible. So now let's come to the lead melody. Not bad. Let me try to use this and see. Let's try this. Let's make it a bit longer. No, I don't like that. Let me bring in a different one. Make it a bit shorter. Yeah. let's try to see if we can make the original melodies match. Yeah. So I want that sound. Then for the bass, I don't like the bass, so then I had a part in the vocal. So again, this helps me being creative. You don't have to do this. Once you just get your chords and your drums, everything you do from then on is up to you. So let me make this unique so that anything I do on this does not affect the main vocals. So this could even be my intro. So I could just, make this my intro. Alright, so I'm not done yet with the melody. So let me come back and add some extra parts. I'm going to break all of these melodies up, because they obviously won't be here in the entire part of the song. So let me bring in another ambient pad thing. Yeah, I like that. Going to add the all-time classic Purity. It's not part of the Amapiano resource part because it's a third-party plugin. But if you have Purity, there's a preset in here that is quite popular. Under this low synth, and then you come to tremolo signal. So let me take it up here, and it's really easy. It just follows the root key again. Alright, so now it's time to break, these sounds up. Then I'm just going to break it up from here. Come to split by channel. And then I'm just going to bring this down here. Take it down one by one. Make sure they're all aligned. We don't need the drums and the instruments and bass anymore. So I can have greater control over the arrangements. If yours doesn't look complete, just stretch it out. It will be complete. Yeah, we can take that out. Then, like, there's some parts I may not want in my chorus. So let me take away Purity. take this out as well. Don't want the intro to be that long. Again, this is a remix, so you can try to play with stuff as much as you want. So now let's add bass. So I'm going to come to the bass section. Yeah, so I'm going to add the bass here. Still following the root key. So now let's add log drum, the extend presets. Yes, the pack also has some log drum presets, so you know you have your log drum sounding interesting and not basic. That's regular. Yeah, so I'm going to do it on the chord pattern and I'm going to copy it into a different track later. Right, so let me just copy the chord and then I'm creating a new empty pattern. Yep. Then copy this. All right. Let's try a different log drum. That was good, but let's copy this, paste it here. See. Let's layer both and see. Let's add a bass here. Yeah, something like that. So we're going to follow the number 1. different bass here. Let's see how it sounds on the hook. So this is it so far. Of course, you can still add, more details to your production to make it even more interesting. But from there on, you just, adding more stuff as you feel like. So let's hear how it all sounds in the remix.